Hi, Zizaran here with a quick video, and we have got a further changes from today. So I have not read this yet. We're going to read this now, and it's a pretty sizable update. So that looks nice. Um, Yesterday, we listed a bunch of changes that we are making to improve the game. 0.2.e will be deployed around 3 p.m. PDT. It will contain all the changes we have posted about the last few days. All of them. Wow. The following list of the changes are just the changes that have been made so far. These are not the only changes we're investigating, and they do not represent a full list. Monster speed changes. Many players have reported being overwhelmed by monsters. The cause of this is a variety of factors, and we're addressing them on a case-by-case. We have listed monsters changed by act below. Many human monsters, including the cultists and the Freythorn, many Farden and tribal humans, where they can interrupt the melee attacks. Especially for attacks that have multiple hits. The haste aura modifier no longer appears on monsters that are already fast. Huge. This is particularly big. Werewolf prowlers, tendrils, hungering stalkers. Wait, werewolf and tendril now enter a walking stance as opposed to running after performing a melee action. They only begin running again if they... Oh my god, that's so nice because they were like full speed chasing you. This was like the most overwhelming thing early. Hungering stalkers now 12% less damage than dive. They're already weak, but we have lowered it further. Cool. Bloom serpents. This is so nice. I'm so happy with this. The cultists and Freythorn no longer have interrupt events on their attacks. The cultists wielding axes now walk. I think that is a really good thing. That they don't run this patch. Okay, dude, thanks. Blood credits on death pools have other duration reduced. The boulder ants have been replaced by risen Mariketh. As the area had too many monsters that had irritating movement. Wow. The fire have all been modified to remove the interrupt effects. Dart, Spore, and Outline Charger are no more likely to push you to the side instead of pushing along with them. Dude, honestly, this is like the scariest thing in the game. The Lost City monster pack is being adjusted. Azek Bug massively adjusted. Change the monster composition. Nice. This looks great. We have also identified another issue that affects some areas in which potential monster spawn location have inconsistent density in different rooms. And they're not the only changes they're making. Very good. Boss changes. Viper is one of the more challenging bosses, so we made the following changes. Lower the amount of size and chaos reigns, the purple ones, in the Viper fight, and cleaned up the visual effect. By the way, this is not what I meant when Viper has too much chaos damage. I literally thought that the spears were chaos damage because they do so much damage. So maybe, to be fair, maybe they should lower the damage of the spears because that's like crazy scary. Uxmal had various quirks that made him somewhat annoying to fight. Reduce the number of times Uxmal changes location. Can no longer reach it. Edit the shield while in the air. And less often flame breath. Seclusion has some issues with visibility. Is that the Chimera? Player minion changes. We've changed the way the minion revive timer works. When your first minion dies, it sets the revive timer to 7.5 seconds as before, but with each successive minion that dies, it increases it by less and less, still capped to a max of 7.5 seconds. This should be heavily mitigating. Oh my god. Gazzy, you're welcome. I'm so happy they went with that. Oh my god. Like, oh my, what a W for minions. Oh my god, I want to roll minions now, actually. Oh my god, this was the most frustrating thing for me last patch. Oh my god, that's so nice. Disenchanting a bind spectre or tame spectre will unbind them. Oh, nice. Tame beasts can now fit through gaps of the same size that the player can. We don't have a lot of other player balance changes, but we managed to sneak in the following. Rally is no longer restricted to strike or slams. You can now support any melee attack you use yourself. Nice. Glory is now no longer consumed if you're interrupted. Probably big. Fixed a bug where blood boils from ritual didn't propagate if the monster exploded on death. Crafting changes. We have now finished adding all the mods to runes for caster weapons. Desert, Glacial, Storm, Iron, Body, Mind, Rebirth, Inspiration all work on wands and scepters with their own modifiers. Cool. Renly's Abandon now also has a blank rune, which he can reforge into any rune of your choosing. Oh, that's such a smart way of doing it. 12 Artificer drops now drop at fixed locations. Oh, that's huge. That's so big. That's actually so big. Oh my god. Performance improvements. Nice. Better foliage. Deployment timeline. And that's all that's made it in for point 2. That's pretty big. 10 a.m. NCT. We've also made some more changes that didn't make it in time for the patch. The following list will be deployed after the weekend. Charm changes. Charms are a system that never adequately expanded on, and I've had several problems. Overall, sorry, I have such a shit-eating grin on my face. We want charms to be more useful and want to be able to use them. First, change the charm slots. Charm slots on belts are now granted by the implicit mods that are added to the belts depending on the level of the area that dropped the item. The number of slots is random up to a cap depending on how high the item level of the belt is. You can use a divine orb to reroll the number. Belts have 1 charm slot until 32, 2 until 64, and 3 from 65 onwards. I could cry. Unique belts always can have up to 3. Unique belts with the for now, unique belts with mods that increase the number will still be capped at 3, but later we will remove the cap. That's huge. Sorry, I'm tired. Then changes to the charms themselves. Several charms were not protecting you from the hit that activated them. These changes have been fixed. Oh, I was hoping. We've done a pass on charm mods to make them more powerful. Stash tab affinities. We're adding socketables, fragments, breach, expedition, and ritual. Cool. We'll also be adding, so that's after the weekend. We'll also be adding charms to into the flask slot, or a flask affinity. Atlas bookmarks. We've added the ability to add bookmarks, so you can find them later. Right-click a node will allow you to click, create a bookmark. You can have up to 16 bookmarks at a time. Total pairs icons. You can also view a list of the bookmarks. Okay. To be fair, I want another podcast with him to ask like what the plan is for like the Atlas long term, like the endgame content long term. Because I feel like the fact that bookmarks are needed are maybe not a good thing. To be fair, like, I don't know. I guess the way I feel about the endgame is that it's like Delve. So it's like a really it's way better than Delve, and it's a better version of Delve. But I prefer like the PoE1 Atlas for that, I think. I guess it's the completion feel of the PoE1 Atlas I like. What's the second comment? Rue is a cat. Rue is a cat. Awesome. This was a really big W patch that we're getting super soon. So we're getting this. Wait, but this has already happened. April 9th at 11 p.m. has already happened. Is this in already? But anyway, really good patch, lots of good things. Very cool. I'm obviously very happy about a lot of these changes. Very, very happy. I fixed this. Oh, okay. Okay, so 13 hours from now. Hey, Blakey. Awesome. Big W patch. Really awesome stuff. And there's more stuff they're working on, so that's really cool. Awesome. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Sub if you like it, but more importantly, try to die less than I do.